With its beautiful views of Sydney Harbour, mesmerizing sandstone cliffs and lively culture, a walk is a great and cheap way to see the real beauty of Sydney. With our suggestions for the best walks in Sydney, you can see historic sites, interesting wildlife, world-famous beaches, and a lot more. Find a great Sydney walk here, whether you want a quiet stroll or something a little more intense to get your heart rate up. Glebe Foreshore Walk. Anyone who wants a short, quiet walk in Sydney with beautiful views of the bay and green, open parks. Parts of the walk and parks are also off-leash for dogs, so this is a great walk to take with your furry friend. The Glebe Foreshore Walk goes from Bicentennial Park to the Sydney Fish Markets. Along the way you can enjoy 27 hectares of beautiful parkland and reserves. The wide walking path goes along Rozelle Bay and Blackwater Bay, giving great views of the bays, the Sydney Central Business District, Sydney Harbour and the Anzac Bridge. It's a beautiful walk in the morning, but if you don't like to get up early, it's just as beautiful in the afternoon or at sunset. When you get to the end of that long, tiring walk, you can treat yourself to fresh seafood and hot chips at the Sydney Fish Markets. Hermitage Foreshore Walk. Try this one if you want a well-shaded walk along the coast with family-friendly beaches and historical sites. Start at Neilson Park and end at Rose Bay's Bayview Hill Road. There are 5 beaches along this trail where you can swim, eat a picnic, take a break, or watch the sun go down. Not to mention the beautiful views of Shark Island and the famous historic Strickland House, which is worth a lot of money. By the time you're done with this walk, all of the space in your photo storage will be used up. This is a great walk if you're traveling with a group during the hot summer months. This is perfect for you if you want something that isn't too hard but still gets you moving. Along the way you can stop at Milk Beach for a quick break, or you can try them all to see which one you like best. Manly to Spit Walk. This track is for you if you want a longer walk with great views of Sydney Harbour. Start near Manly Wharf and make your way to the beautiful Spit Bridge. This trail along the water goes through Sydney Harbour National Park, which is made up of subtropical bushland and a number of short paths that connect North Sydney's beautiful beaches, bays and inlets. Visit historical places like the Grotto Point Lighthouse and look at the fish, boomerangs and kangaroos carved into the rocks by Aboriginal people. You could also start at Spit Bridge and end in Manly, giving you the rest of the day to check out the beaches, shops and restaurants. The walk is long and has steep, uneven steps, so young children shouldn't go on it. Even though it's good for most fitness levels, you should be ready to walk for a long time. Even though you'll have to work hard, the views are worth it. Bring a swimsuit in case you want to swim at one of the secret beaches along the way. And don't forget to bring water, snacks, a hat and sun cream. Botany Bay Coastal Walk. If you like exploring cliff tops, rock formations and ocean views but have already done most of the harbour and beach walks, try the Botany Bay Coastal Walk. Start walking from the end of Polo Street in Kurnell until you reach Cronulla Station. Small sand dunes, hanging swamps, the Boat Harbour Aquatic Reserve and the Cape Bailey Lighthouse can be seen from this walk along the coast. Take a dip in one of Cronulla's beautiful beaches or pools when you're done. This is another long, rougher path. This is more of a nature walk than a casual stroll. It takes a few hours and goes through some rougher terrain, so we'd recommend it for people who are at least moderately fit. Bondi to Coogee Walk. Bondi to Coogee is the best walk in Sydney, and no list of the best walks in the city would be complete without it. Here you can see some of Sydney's most beautiful places, like the famous Bondi Beach, the always Instagrammable Bondi Iceberg Swimming Club, and the beautiful Coogee, which is reached by a paved path. Stopping at some of the many beautiful beaches, cliff tops, nature rock pools, and cafes along the way can fill a whole day. You can also try to see whales if you're in the area from the end of June to the beginning of July. It's a great place to go for a walk with friends or on a date. Keep in mind that it can be a great day trip for the whole family, but if you have younger kids, you might want to only go part of the way. We like Bondi to Bronte, unless you don't mind carrying them. On the way, you can stop at Gordons Bay. It's usually less crowded than the main beaches, and snorkeling is great on the underwater nature trail. Bundina to Wedding Cake Walk. This trail is perfect if you want to see the amazing views of the coast track but aren't ready for the full 26-kilometer hike. Start in Bundina on Beachcomber Avenue and walk to Wedding Cake Rock. Imagine beautiful sandstone cliffs, coastal lookouts, and flowers that bloom at different times of the year. All of these will lead you to this Sydney treasure. If you come at the end of June or the beginning of July, you might see whales. We think this walk is best for people who are at least a little bit fit. It's not too long, but the path gets steep and rocky and goes through bushes and coastal heathland, so it can be hard for people who haven't done it before. Here's a tip. There isn't much phone service here, so bring water and snacks and use the bathroom before you set out. Also, Wedding Cake Rock is very unstable, so please stay behind the fence. The risk is not worth it for a great picture. Carrigal National Park Cascades Walk. Want to avoid crowds or do something different than your usual walk along the beach? Start at Akron Oval in St. Ives and go through Carrigal National Park, which is full of thick bush. On your way to the Rocky Cascades, a beautiful set of small waterfalls and rock pools, you'll see a lot of native Australian trees and flowers. Look for animals like burrowing frogs, Rosenberg's goannas, and kookaburras in the park. There are also many places where you can look at Aboriginal art in caves and on rocks. It's great for nature lovers who want to get away from the crowds and go bushwalking in the wild. It's not very long and most people can do it even if they've never been bushwalking before. However, it's still considered a moderately difficult walk. Fairfax Walk at North Head. Try Fairfax Walk at North Head if you want a short walk with great views. This walk begins at the end of North Head Scenic Drive and goes around North Head in a circle. You'll have beautiful views of the ocean and be able to see what's going on in the CBD. This is another one for people who like to watch whales in late June, July, August and October. Since the walk is short and easy, everyone can do it. It's a great choice if you're traveling with kids or need to get around in a wheelchair. You're done with your walk, but you're not quite ready to call it a day? You can keep walking on the Manly Scenic Walkway, which is connected to the track, from Watson's Bay to Hornby Lighthouse. Choose this walk if you want to learn about Sydney's history and see the ocean at the same time. From the Watson's Bay ferry terminal, you can walk along the beach on a sidewalk until you reach the beautiful Camp Cove. From there, you can walk along the cobblestone paths to the historic Hornby Lighthouse. You'll also find a lightkeeper's cottage, old military cannons, and gun emplacements made of sandstone. At the lighthouse, you can see beautiful views of Sydney Harbour, Middle Head, and North Head. And if luck is on your side, you might even see some whales. This is another walk that is easier and good for people of all ages and fitness levels. It has a paved path and some stairs. Before you leave, you can also stay in Watson's Bay for a while and try one of its great restaurants, or just relax in the park. You see, Australia takes us again in another way of enjoying the country. With a simple walk, you can appreciate its beauty and discover life in the surroundings. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.